we were traveling back home. Can't believe it's been a full week already. So let's talk about the market of where we're at. Let's talk about this rebound. And let's talk about some news. Justin, are we recording over there? We good? Sweet, perfect. All right. So I want to kind of just screen share for like 10 minutes before I kind of jump into news and stuff. I just kind of want to go over the market. So let's just jump over to the screen share, click the screen share. Let me get it going on this on StreamYard. Window. All right, sick. Okay, thanks guys. Sorry, I just have to put it on both platforms for the recording. Anyway, so let's go over the Magnificent Seven. Reason why I want to go over the Magnificent Seven. Nvidia reports earnings tomorrow. One of the biggest stocks, and kind of there's all these memes around it as well, right? Like, oh, if Nvidia falls, like everything falls. Like the whole world, the economy depends on Nvidia. Obviously, that's just a joke, but in all seriousness, it is, if not the first or second biggest market cap. Let's see, it's always been a battle between them and Apple right now. Yeah, okay, so Apple is back to number one highest market cap at 3.47 trillion. Nvidia is at 3.16 trillion market cap. So they report earnings tomorrow. It is projected again that they are to go their fourth straight quarter in a row, or fourth earnings in a row with triple digit growth, meaning over 100% growth. So it's quite insane. They are projected again to do that tomorrow. Is it priced in? Who knows? We'll see that tomorrow. Something investors are looking for is more so their forecast. Obviously, you can only do triple digit growth so much. So they're kind of looking for the forecast for the future, right? Big investors in the stock market, they invest 5 to 10 years out. But let's look at the charts of it, right? I have it pulled up right over here. We all saw that big dip in the market towards the towards the middle of August. This is Nvidia on the weekly chart pulled up. I just got the 34 and the 8 going. We can see the bounce off the 34. But more importantly, we are nearing all-time highs again, right? We're here right at that resistance area of all-time highs. All-time highs, it was 140. Right now, we're trading at 128. So just a few percent off from all-time high, about 7% off from all-time highs. With that said, same thing with Apple, right? It just kind of ate up that dip, right? We had, I think, one of the worst crash days ever since COVID. And then that what always happens usually is like one of the biggest rallies, right? Because it was such a bad crash. We had the huge crash that got ate up within a week's time. And then, right, the headline was on the crash, worst day since COVID. And then the next day, a biggest rally since like 07, 08 or something like that. So really funny to see how the headlines shift with what's going on in the market, right? We always see the direction in the market first, and then we see it in the news. Anyway, so Apple near all-time high. All-time high was 237, and now at 228. They already reported earnings. The next one's not for like another 60 days, like 2 months or so. Tesla, again, the only one kind of lagging behind everyone. Trading above the 34 EMA. So in terms of trend, bullish. Pretty decent entry right here, but I would wait for a bullish kicker candle here on the daily. We don't have one just yet. On Meta, also, this one just hit all-time highs yesterday. So all-time highs on Meta yesterday. Super bullish pattern here, poised to go higher already reported, doesn't report again for another 60 days. Microsoft had a dip, not near all-time highs, but still bullish, holding the 34. Google, same thing as the Microsoft, just had all-time highs last month, July 8th, and then came back down, still on 34 EMA. And then very similar story with Amazon. So the reason to go over all that is to kind of prepare and kind of just watch what happens tomorrow, just because of the narrative that, hey, Nvidia is really kind of going to be the trendsetter for everything else, right? Because everything else is trading at all-time highs. If Nvidia gets wrecked tomorrow, it's super likely that it brings everything else down tomorrow, and they report after earnings. So that's what I'm watching out for. Not too risk on right now for the stock market. And then some of the other big ones to watch out for is Salesforce coming out, but one that I'm interested in is in Crowdstrike. They got hacked super badly. I can't remember all the companies that were affected by that. I know Microsoft got affected by their hack from Crowdstrike. That's why they dropped so much. Graham, I know Graham was freaking all over Crowdstrike.
Let me touch on that. Are you talking about CloudStrike, like their
Crowdstrike, kind of like Switch, where they like have all the server security and all that stuff, like, you know, manage a ton of stuff.
You're talking about when like all like the systems went down everywhere, right?
Yeah. What was it, like a month ago now?
Yeah. So what that is okay. So CloudStrike is basically like sort of like a DDoS protection service built within your Windows PC. Um, Kind of like a Cloudflare type deal, but it's integrated in all Windows operating systems. So when that whatever happened with like whoever tech messed what up within the code or something.
It was a setup.
Yeah, so that's why that was that, because it already comes pre-installed in in pretty much everyone's Windows machines.
Right. Which is why Microsoft obviously got so affected. So here's a chart for CrowdStrike. Obviously they got demolished from the highs to the bottom before the rebound. The stock lost 50% of its value. Obviously bounced back up now, but as you guys can see here on the daily 34, it literally kissed the daily 34 EMA. And then so far it has rejected. So still bearish on the trend here on daily. Earnings coming up tomorrow as well, so watch for the reaction. You know, I wasn't involved in the stock, don't really follow it too often, but there could have been some good value buying here, or we could be set up to go much lower. But I wouldn't worry about what happens with this stock to really kind of affect the trend of the market. But there could be some really good trades after earnings to trade off this with the trend after, whether it's down or up. So just keep this in mind. I think that's all I got for the stock market. What else? Yeah, that's all I got for the stock market today. Overall in the last week, really we got more of the news last week with FOMC, with rates, and all that stuff. What's going on in the crypto world?
There's actually a lot that's happened in the past 2 weeks. Let's start off with the biggest news. Telegram founder Pavel Durov arrested in France. He's on charges for basically not moderating Telegram well enough for the EU, in the EU's eyes. So they think the EU, they picture Telegram as like this criminal syndicate, playground where, anything goes. And they think Pavel Durov is responsible for, not taking action on that. Which brings us to our next point. Mark Zuckerberg coming out, regretting on censoring Meta due to pressure from the White House. And he also stated that he will not be making a contribution anymore to, even though he said his contribution was bipartisan, meaning, it's just directly for, directly to like help the electoral process, no matter what side it's on.
Yeah.
But we all know is leaning very democratical.
Anyone in the community got some comments on that? I mean, dude, like we all knew it was happening. I think everyone knew that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty freaking obvious, but it's cool to finally get some recognition instead of, looking like conspiracy theorist. It's always good to be able to say, "I told you so."
And that's another thing too. Like that shit broke up friendships. It really did. It it had people turning on each other like no other. It made people look crazy when they weren't really crazy.
Yep.
Dude, I'll remember one thing. I'll remember like a specific incident with me, dude. Some kid, I'm not gonna even name his name because like he's such a sheep for even thinking like this. But like it had everybody so up in arms during the pandemic that that I posted something about the fucking pandemic or something about like the riots or whatever. And he's like, "You're not an ally of me," and like he unfriended me and everything, and like,
Bro, it was insane. Bro, there was actual campaigns when like people on live TV were saying, "Oh, like if you're not vaccinated, like you belong in like a certain part of the world, or it's like your fault this is spreading, it's your fault this and that." Like if you get shot and someone else gets shot and the other person has the vaccine and you don't, like they should be treated and like not you. Like that was the shit in the news. Crazy stuff.
yeah.
Ruckus in the community said, Zuck is Zuck is just trying to cover his ass once Trump wins. For sure, I could see that, and then I could also see him just, seeing that the momentum is shifting one way, and then him starting to lean towards one way of that party. Right, that's always something. I think it's pretty easy to see who the more popular person is at the moment. I'm not saying he is the best choice. You guys already know my opinion on that. But he's seeing that more people are going one-sided and he wants to be cool, right? He wants to be that cool Zuck now that he is, win more people over, kind of be that cool edgy platform again. And Lizard Man started doing jiu-jitsu and is hanging out with Dana White. Exactly, right? He's trying to be cool now. He'll probably be on a podcast with the Nelk Boys in no time. About to wear a Happy Dad t-shirt, like,
Dude, it's so funny you're saying this. I for some reason I was like, I was going down the rabbit hole on Zuck's Instagram, dude. He is. It's so funny, like how he's starting to be now. He's starting to get a little bit more swaggier in his style. He's starting to wear,
double.
bro.
Yeah, there we go. Do
No,
the gift, dude. Do the gift. The gift.
bro. He's starting to wear like diamond chains and shit. Like it's
Bro,
hilarious.
look at the chat in the Discord. It's literally the gift right there. uh
uh,
totally. Well, speaking of, I guess since we're on the political topic, Trump dropped his fourth round of NFT cards, uh where you could basically own a piece of the suit from the last debate he did with Biden before Biden basically like withdrew because he was stuttering on stage too much. Also, if you spend over $24,750 on the collection, I wrote it down. You get access to Trump sneakers, Trump cocktails. I'm not really sure what that is. And then a dinner at the Pierce is gonna like this one. At the National Golf Club in Jupiter, Florida. Pierce.
you're a big Jupiter guy, Pierce.
Big Florida guy, can you tell us more about Jupiter, Florida?
I'm sorry, repeat that. I apologize.
So can you tell us more about Jupiter, Florida?
Jupiter, Florida. It's,
What's the vibe like?
I haven't been there in years, to be honest, and it's 2 hours north of me, actually, I think.
Is it a bunch of rich white folk?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Nice,
Golf area, you know.
nice.
Yeah, a lot of Florida is turning into that, actually. They're going to be developing a lot of new golf courses, like over.
Filthy rich white folk will reach that.
Dude, I'll tell you one thing though. Vegas is also becoming like a golf mecca. It's everything golf that's being built here. Everything golf. You know, you got all those little.
You see this crazy pickleball thing opening up on St. Rose? It's gigantic, dude. It's bigger than a whole Lifetime Fitness, just only for pickleball. Talk about white.
Wait, what?
I don't know. I love that. It's so popular.
You got Tom Brady promoting the shit out of it too. He loves pickleball.
I started playing it with my Danish friends, and it was super fun. I wasn't very good, but so no, it was in Morocco actually. Not to sound too cool, but it was actually in a trip to Morocco that we took.
Wow. Big guy.
So Telegram guy's busted. He's Russian.
Tron took a little bit of a dip because of the news, but it kind of
like, what was that number? Like 18% or some shit?
Not Tron. Ton took a little bit of a dip, and then went, then kind of like leveled back out. But speaking of Tron now, guys, I mean, we've been talking about it in the meme floor chat. Tron meme coins are going ballistic. Still to me, there's a little bit of part of me still that still thinks it's kind of like a little trend thing, because I was sometimes chains come onto the scene and like they start launching meme coins and people get excited about it for a couple weeks, then it dies off. I'm trying to see if this is kind of the same thing. However, Justin Sun's been in the game for a long time. Me and Arthur were buying
TRX, big dog.
We were buying Tron coin in 2017. Sold that because we thought it was, just not doing anything. But 2 meme coins in the Tron ecosystem that I think are going to do good. Yeah, there's Sundog, which is kind of like the premier meme coin. Market cap's a little high for me, but there's also there's 2 coins that also have a lot of attention. We all know the Matt Fury narrative does really well on meme coins, especially the first one on the chain, on that specific chain. That's what Fofar is. Fofar is a Matt Fury inspired character.
He's gonna fizzle out soon, man. This guy's pumping a new thing every.
It's not him that's pumping it. It's people that are taking his artwork and making the coin. He's not physically dropping the coin. He's not crypto like that. I mean, he has a couple collections, but as far as the meme coins, not really him. But yeah, that's what Fofar is. And there's some reputable names behind Fofar, and I think they're gonna, once this market clears up a little bit, I think they're gonna try to rip that thing as fast as possible. Like again, my target's 40 mil for that. And then you have Bull. You got Tron Bull, not T Bull, just Bull. All-time high was 300 mil on that. Right now, I think it's at a pretty good entry at 160.
You have been calling some crazy bangers on the meme floor.
I didn't call Bull though, but I've been watching it.
I'm saying overall,
yeah. Brainly, dude, Brainly's doing good too as well. I kind of want to talk about NFTs though a little bit.
Ooh, can I pause right there since we're on the topic of Russia and stuff like that? So obviously super sad to Telegram CEO Hope it gets out soon. I think he's being silenced for some info. Anyway, Russia just also said that they're going to launch a new stablecoin, potentially pegged to the yuan. Obviously, the currency of China. You guys know, ever since the sanctions started, they've been building a stronger and stronger relationship with China. I think it's probably the strongest it's ever been between them, because they're doing the most business ever between them as well. The most trade. This was back in June when the U.S. basically introduced increased financial sanctions to Russia. They weren't able to man, I'm starting to forget the exact, but anyway, basically what happened was they introduced some more financial sanctions to try to make it even harder on Russia. So in exchange of that, Russia decided to no longer trade dollars anymore on their currency, or the euro, and only trade between the ruble and the Chinese yuan. And then obviously, because they have so much access to Chinese yuan, they can trade Chinese yuan to U.S. stocks anyway. But yeah, so a lot of increased relations there, and they're trying to basically launch a stable coin with that. And it's kind of, I think the hope is that it ends up being like the stable coin for BRICS, but that's way down the road, right? I think they're just going to try to launch this stable coin pegged to the yuan first, very similar to like how we have USDT or USDC pegged to the US dollar. What else on that Russia front? Yeah, that's it. So we'll see. Good news for crypto people, just means more adoption from more people around the globe, which again, if you guys been with us for quite some time, we always talk about the overall percentage of crypto penetration in the market, right? I think somebody, it was Crypto X Throne, John, just posted the latest number. So I remember for a good time, we were sitting around like 6% ish. The newest number right now is like 6.8 crypto penetration. So, we get to about 10% of the whole world being somewhat exposed to crypto, then that means the total market cap goes up like another 30-40%. If the total market cap in crypto goes up 30-40%, that's a massive room for Bitcoin. Will be well above 88K, guys. NFTs.
Yeah. So I know NFTs have been kind of down in the dumps lately. But I'm starting to see some life, and I still think they shouldn't be ignored. I'm starting to see we're starting to get a little bit euphoric again. I'm starting to see the murmurs on Twitter. I'm starting to see people chat it up. I look at my ordinals, guys, I've probably called Natcats a million times, not really a million times, but a good amount of times in this Discord. And, out of all the ordinals that are down in the dumps right now, especially like the top 20, Natcats was like the best performing one, up 100% over 30 days. I think 70% on this in 7 days. I'm looking, I'm an idiot, and I should have, bought 3 weeks ago, but I'm looking for a little bit of a pullback. And then I think Natcat is going to be my next ordinal that I'm going to pick up. And then, and then you're starting to see Solana NFTs get a little bit life pumped back into them. You're starting to see growth, little bits of growth throughout the NFT market, especially on Ethereum. People thought Ethereum NFTs were dead, but they consistently, week by week by week, have the most TVL. So y'all know the drill. We all know what the good projects are.
Show me something.
Let me show you something. And I have a, I want to say the Milady and Redacted Vermilio ecosystem and that narrative are pretty strong plays. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like a it's just like a cult like community in crypto. Like if you've seen Retardio, if you've
What a
seen like
freaking
that,
name.
you seen like if you see like the what the Miladies look like on Ethereum and the redacted Emilio babies on Ethereum look like those derivatives and narratives seem to do very well. You know, me and Web3 Jackie minted these NFTs the other night, and you know they instantly sold out. The floor's a little bit up from what the mint price was, but like for some reason those communities have like cult like members behind them, and like yeah, I don't know. They're to me they're the stronger communities out there than the other NFT projects.
Bet. I probably won't be getting rinsed on NFTs this cycle. I think I'm gonna just stay out of it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be buying my. I'm gonna mainly be focusing on like certain Solana NFTs. Like if you guys want like a true, this is what I feel like is kind of like the safer bet on a Solana NFT if you're in the market for one and they're kind of relatively cheap still. Is here I'll pull it up right now. It's Galactic Gecko. That you know that is a diehard community that and you rarely see a fluctuation in price with them. They constantly have great partnerships with with other crypto projects out there, and yeah, I mean, they seem to be one of those one of those quote unquote blue chip NFT projects on Solana. Then of course you have like Zero Monk Biz. I've called that a few times in the Discord. But yeah, D Gods are doing really well. So are the Utes. The Utes changed their name to Fuzzy D Gods. You know, Frank D Gods has been on a tear lately, especially on social media. And yeah, I mean, I'm up with my Ute.
If you're up, you're up.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we covered a lot of the market. I want to go over a couple of changes you guys might have noticed in the Discord. Remove the strategy library channel, posted the videos that were important in the announcements. Moving that over to the Ivy League platform so we could get more people on that. You know, there's only the first 3 models on there. We did that on purpose just so we could start the integration process. We're going to start recording all the new content and the rest of the content, the other 6 modules, in the next 3 months. So start getting used to all of the education on that platform and get used to all the trading, the alerts, the tools. I'm sorry, not the tools in terms of like the options flow and stuff like that on the Discord. So all the education there, all the trading and live sessions here. I've also dropped a network channel in the community. It's locked right now. I'm still considering if I'm going to keep it or not. It's basically like a channel for you guys to network. For example, like, you know, I'm always looking for, you know, people to help with ads, for video edits, for website tweaks. So I know we have people in the community who probably run ads, or people in the community that design websites. I know there's a lot of realtors in the group that want to talk to each other. So it's basically just going to be a channel for networking. Tan brought it up to me, Trent. He brought it up to my attention. The reason why I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it yet is because I've had a channel like this in the past. It just really wasn't used too much. So we'll see if we can kind of change that this time there and see if we can get that channel to good use. It's going to stay locked for now, probably until September 13th. And then we will unlock it then. No pun intended. Actually, we're just going to talk about the trade tracker, but I'm actually not going to talk about that. I'll just show it to you guys when it's done.
Yeah. Before we end it, I forgot to tell you guys the name. Galactic Geckos, GGSG. That's going to be my next buy for a Solana NFT, and my next buy for Ordinal is Natcats. And yeah, I just wanted to. And then my next Ethereum buy would be Redacted Emilio babies. I want to talk about something that we completely forgot about while we're on the topic of it. Trump's crypto project, not the NFT, but the token or the DeFi project that they claim. Remember, there was that fake one that came out, the RTR, rugged a bunch of people.
We got to pour one out for the R2R rug. So many big crypto people just got rugged thinking they had inside information.
Mm-hmm. So that brings me to my point. Trump retweeted Donald Trump's junior crypto thing that the project that they're teasing. They have a Telegram for it. It's called like the Defiant ones or something.
Yep.
Trump retweeted on True Social, so that's the legit one. So if you could get into their Telegram somehow, they're gonna announce it there. I don't know where the Telegram is at the moment. I'll try to find it, but that's where they'll announce that. Who knows how well it's gonna do. I'm assuming it's gonna do kind of well, especially if you have first dibs at it. So let's keep a lookout on that as a community and try to see what we could do and get in on that.
Yep. One more thing, actually. So, guys, we are going to move the show time for Market Unlocked. One, we're back from Europe. But more importantly for you guys, when we were doing the shows around 4 to 5 p.m. Pacific time, we had a lot more people come in because 1 p.m. Pacific time is kind of tough for people. And we want to move it to Monday because, with going over charts, giving you guys all the news and updates for the week, we want to give you guys some projection insights too. So basically what to look out for that week. And obviously, I think the best time to do that is Monday afternoon once we've seen the Monday market settle. And then we can kind of forecast the rest of the week. So we're going to move the shows to Monday afternoons, and we'll post the new time. It'll either be 4 or 5 Pacific time. We'll post that in the events. So stay tuned for the new times. Some other things you guys might notice. These market updates, they go directly live now to our YouTube and Spotify. Right, and obviously, they're to replace that value that that we're kind of pushing out to everyone, because we think everyone kind of deserves the right to kind of know like the news. We have started to schedule more education classes for you guys, whether if you're normal or elite. Obviously, the elite gets a lot more classes, more advanced classes, but we'll be hosting classes weekly with you guys to go over some basic strategy, basic psychology, basic mindset. You guys have already seen Eduardo do 2 shows. I'll be jumping in some shows here and there. So don't worry. You guys will see quite a few things shifting in the next coming months. Just know that we are keeping value in mind for you guys first. And every time that we push something out to the public, we make sure that the value is replaced. For example, the Bitcoin and Ethereum analysis videos that I do, those are going to be pushed out to the public as well. But you guys will see that I keep it very basic in those videos, and in the Bitcoin and Ethereum channels, I'm going to add a lot more trading information for you guys. Kind of like, you'll see. I don't want to give it away too much. So, like I said, every time I take any value away from the Discord, I make sure to we always make sure to replace it with twice as much value back. That's all I got for this week's market update. Anything
Guys, Pierce just put the Telegram in the chat, so go check that out for the Trump crypto project.
Thank you, Pierce.
By the way, it's cool. Yeah, that matters a lot.
100%. Anyone in Discord got anything that they want us to talk about or they want to jump on stage and ask us about? Don't be shy, guys. If not, we will call it. We'll post the new show times and we'll get this recording out ASAP for you guys. Cool.
I also want to actually mention one more thing.
Yes.
About Telegram. Once again, I bring us out about all that stuff that's going on that deserves our this thing. But it seems that they're really heavily trying to get into gaming. And for example, they had a game. I apologize, I'm forgetting the name of it. It's basically like a clicking game where you just click and eventually just make like an airplane.
I'm in a
Your job is like close to $1 billion.
yeah. I'm in a couple of those.
Yeah. And they have like a game. It's like some dogs or something.
I have dogs. I've been doing dogs. I've been doing Kuro or something. Dogs just got listed on the exchanges. And then there's Kuroro Ranch, where you have like it's kind of like a Tamagotchi pet. You have to like feed it, do other stuff to it. Yeah, but they're games built within Telegram.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like I just found out today that they have like a whole wallet system that you can just kind of set up.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about having your ear to the ground, guys. Let me show you something on ETH real quick though before we end this. Interact in the chat or write something in chat. But by now, how many of you guys know that I talk about 2740 and 2840 all the time on Ethereum? If no one knows, be honest. Then it just means I got to talk about it more. But just let me know because I want to go over the chart. I feel like I talk about 2740, 2840 all the time. 2740 on Ethereum just got rejected once again. And now you can see the flush of down to 2580. So if you looked at the Bitcoin and ETH video that is on YouTube and I posted in the announcements, I think ETH was sitting at 2730-ish, right? It was right around here. And then we just completely ended up breaking down today and kind of yesterday, right? Friday and Saturday was a battle. Saturday we got the touch of the 34 EMA and then no go, and then it just goes down, right? And in that video, I was talking about what I've also talked about quite often is when the old support levels where they keep buying and that buying pressure stays becomes the new resistance levels, right? Things go to the downside. So good news is we kind of caught the mean reversion because that whole pump we had the last couple of days, right, was a mean reversion, right? We had huge flush here, and then right things have to come back to the mean before they go back lower, right? So right now we're facing the possibility of things going back lower on ETH especially. And if ETH goes down, the altcoin market kind of goes down. So we were able to kind of take advantage of that mean reversion pump, which is this. Our trades hit, one hit all the price targets, the rest hit like 2 or 3 price targets. Doge hanging on by a thread over here. Pepe all out of a few of these other trades all out of. So unless Ethereum gets over 2840, guys, don't expect anything crazy. I'll look for short opportunities here with the market shift. That's up. You know what? Since we are kind of short on time, speaking of market shift, we got time. Let's get kind of deep a little bit. What's up? Oh, yeah. You're right. Ooh, okay. let's save this for a quick 15-minute class later. All right, guys, I got a good little like 20-minute psychology session for us this week. Promise. Probably will post it tomorrow or Thursday. But it's going to be about shift momentum, shift in thoughts. It'll be a good one. We'll call it that. We actually do have a suit fitting. I forgot. One of our best friends is getting married, so we got to run out to that suit fitting. All right, everybody. Thank you guys for an epic market unlock session as always. Let's keep the trades good. Let's keep the momentum, and let's keep the focus.